नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी Let me share Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1 Chapter 8 Verse 33. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1 Chapter 8 Verse 33. अपरे वासुदेवस्य देवक्यां याचितो व्यगात् अजस्त्वम् अस्य क्षेमाय वधाय च सुरद्विषाम् अपरे वसुदेवस्य देवक्यां याचितो व्यगात् अजस्त्वम् अस्य क्षेमाय वधाय च सुरद्विषाम् अपरे वसुदेवस्य देवक्यां याचितो व्यगात् अजस्त्वम् अस्य क्षेमाय वधाय च सुरद्विषाम्
अपरे वासुदेवस्य देवक्यां याचितो भयात् अजस्त्वम् अस्य क्षेमाय वधाय च सुरद्विषाम्
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Amit Charnavinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Apare, others. Vasudevasya, Vasudeva. Devakyam of Devaki. Yachita being prayed for. Abhyagat took birth.
Abhyagat took birth.
Aja, unborn.
Aja, unborn.
Tvam, you are.
Tvam, you are.
Asya, of him.
Asya, of him.
Kshemaya, for the good.
Shemaya, for the good.
Vadaya, for the purpose of killing.
Vadaya, for the purpose of killing.
Cha, and
Cha, and
Suradvisham, of those who are envious of the demigods.
Suradvisham, of those who are envious of the demigods.
Translation, please repeat after me. Others say that
Others say that
since both Vasudeva and Devaki prayed for you,
since both Vasudeva and Devaki prayed for you,
you have taken your birth as their son.
you have taken your birth as their son.
Undoubtedly, you are unborn.
Undoubtedly, you are unborn.
Yet you take your birth for their welfare and to kill those who are envious of the demigods.
Yet you take your birth for their welfare and to kill those who are envious of the demigods. Purport. It is also said that Vasudeva and Devaki in their previous birth as Sutapa and Rishni underwent a severe type of penance to get the Lord as their son, and as a result of such austerities, the Lord appeared as their son. It is already declared in the Bhagavad Gita that the Lord appears for the welfare of all the people of the world and to vanquish the Asuras or the materialistic atheists.
Hariram Tatsat. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanangana Salakya Chakshurunmalitam Yenam Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Paka Swami Iti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradayine Gaura Katha Dhamadhaya Nagara Grama Tarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadhi Paschatya Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudanam Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pagulangai Tegirim Tripatamam Manda Sri Gurum Delakarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Mishwaram Harium Tatsat. So yet another point, Kunti Maharani is praising the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, that she's telling again you are unborn, but still you are taking birth as the son because they have prayed for. And Prabhupada is giving the reference, when did they pray for? And what did they pray for? So in the purport, Prabhupada is telling, in the previous birth of the Devaki and Vasudeva, they have actually prayed. In that birth, they were called Sutapa and Prishni. And as a result of such austerities, the Lord appeared as their son. And also, Kunti Maharani, she is telling that you take your birth for their welfare and to kill those who are envious of the demigods. So Krishna, he is telling in Bhagavad Gita that yada yada dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyudhanam adharmasya tadatmanam sajamyaham. So he is coming whenever there is some irregularities. Dharmasya glani. Glani means irregularities. So when there is some irregularities, then it becomes polluted. So yada yada hi dharmasya glani. So dharmasya glani, that means the development of irreligiosity. That so automatically Krishna will come. This is the nature of Krishna, and he told in Bhagavad Gita. So now there is no dharma, and the same Krishna said, "Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja." So what does that mean? And he is telling, whenever there is a declination of dharma, he is appearing. So what does that do? Is he contradicting himself? He is asking that give up your dharma, and then when dharma is given up, he is coming? No. He is telling kaitava dharma projita kaitava. Those who are materially motivated activities, those karma you have to give up. And you have to take to devotional service. This is Krishna's recommendation. Mahamekam Sharanam Raja means surrender unto Krishna. Surrender unto Krishna means, how do you surrender? By performing devotional service, you surrender to Krishna. By accepting a bona fide spiritual master, surrendering unto him, learning the devotional service under his guidance, performing devotional service is the way that you surrender to Krishna. Then your dharma is established. Because this paro dharma yato bhaktir atokshaje. What is the para dharma? The eternal religion, Sanatana dharma. It is nothing but paro dharma yato bhaktir adokshaje. Adokshaja Krishna. Do bhakti to adokshaja Krishna. That is your eternal religion. Sarva dharman partija. Baki all other religious activities, which are rituals, which are meant for fruitive activities, you should give up. Dharma projita kaitavo atra paramo. So you have to raise to that parama sthana. That is like a Paramahamsa stage by giving up all the fruitative activities. Okay, cheating religion. The fruitive activities religion is called cheating religion because it keeps you in this material bondage of birth, death, old age, and disease. For every activity, there is a material result, and to get the material result, you have to take birth again. In this way, it is binding you to come back again and again and again and again and again and again. And there's no way for you to escape. All 10 directions are guarded by Durga so that you will not go out of this particular material realm. So it is very difficult to fight Durga and get out of one of the 10 gates. It is not possible. But that is why he said, Maya Tektena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. This particular material energy is very difficult to overcome. But those who are surrendering unto me can easily cross over as if you are crossing the pit created by full of water created by the calf's hoof print. That easy it is to pass only when surrendering Mahamekam Saranam Raja. So one was taken for performing devotional service under the bona fide spiritual master's guidelines. For him, this repeated birth and death is no more a challenge, and he need not fight this. He has to perform devotional service. He does not have any karma to perform. He does not have any duty to or responsibility to perform. He simply has to serve Krishna and engage himself in the devotional service in such a way that Krishna be pleased. And how can Krishna be pleased? He told in Bhagavad Gita, those who are telling the message of Krishna to the faithful person is more dear to me, and there's no one else more dear than him to me. So this is the statement given by Krishna, which means this is very clear that preaching is the essence, and preaching is the only pure devotional service that we can perform on this material plane in the conditioned body when we live. We are liberated, but our body is conditioned. So under the conditioned state also, a liberated person is not conditioned. So he can perform his preaching activity. So there is no problem. And this, in this way, you can please Lord Krishna. And pleasing Lord Krishna means you are situated in the devotional service. And pleasing Lord Krishna means seeing Lord Krishna. Seeing Lord Krishna means you see no more birth, death, old age, and disease. So this is a very beautiful verse in relation to that. Anything Shantha can try, or let's go to the next verse. The next verse is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, verse 34. Bharavatharanayanye
Bharavatharanyanye
Bhuvo Nava Ivo Dadao
Bhuvo Nava Ivo Dadhau.
Dadhau.
Sidantya Bhuri Bharena
Sidantya Bhuri Bharena
Jato Hi Atma Bhuvartita
Jato hi Atma
Atma
Bhuvartitha.
Bhuvartita
Bharavatharanyanye
Bharavatharanyanye
Bhuvo Nava Ivo Dadao
Bhuvo Nava
Ivo
Ivo
Dadhau.
Dadhau
Sidantya Bhuri Bharena
Sidantya Bhuri Bharena
Jato Hi Atma Bhuvartita
Jato Hi Atma Bhuvartita
Bharavatharanayanye
Bharavatharanyanye
Bhuvo Nava Ivo Dato
Bhuvo Nava
Nava
Ivo
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 Dadhau
Sidantya Bhuri Bharena
Sidantya Bhuri
Sidantya
Bhuri
Bhuri
Bharena.
Bharena
Jato hi Atma Bhuvartita
Jato
Jato
hi
Hi
Atma
Atma
Bhuvartitha.
Bhuvartita
Synonyms. Bhara Avataranyaya, just to reduce the burden to the world.
Bhara
Avataranya.
Avataranya, just to reduce the
Reduce the
burden to the
burden
world.
to the world.
Anye, others.
Anye
Anye,
others.
others.
Bhuva of the world.
Bhuva of the
Bhuva
world.
of the world.
Nava, boat.
Nava both.
Nava, both.
Diva, like.
Iva
Iva,
like.
like.
Udadao, on the sea.
Udadau
Udadhau
on the
on the
sea.
sea.
Sidantya, aggrieved.
Sidantya,
Sidantya
aggrieved.
aggrieved.
Bhuri, extremely.
Bhuri
Bhuri,
extremely.
extremely.
Bharena, by the burden.
Bharena
By
by
the
the
burden.
burden.
Jatha, you were born.
Jata you were
Jata, you
born.
were born.
He certainly.
He
He
certainly.
certainly.
Atma Bhuva, by Brahma.
Atma
Atma
Bhuva by
Bhuva by
Brahma.
Brahma.
Artita, being prayed for.
Archita,
Archita
Archita, being prayed for.
for.
Translation, please repeat after me. Others say that the world being overburdened like a boat at sea
Others say
Others
that the
say
world
that
being
the world
overburdened
being
like a boat
overburdened like
at
a boat
sea
at sea
is much aggrieved.
is
is
much
much
aggrieved.
aggrieved.
That Brahma, who is your son, prayed for you,
And that
That
Brahma,
Brahma,
who is your
who is
son,
your
prayed for
son,
you.
prayed for you,
and so you have appeared to diminish the trouble.
And
and
so
so you
you
have
have
to
appeared to diminish the
appear
trouble.
to diminish the trouble.
Purport.
Brahma, or the first living being, born just after the creation, is direct son of Narayana. Narayana, as Garbhodakshai Vishnu, first of all entered the material universe without spiritual contact matter cannot create. This principle was followed from the very beginning of the creation. The Supreme Spirit entered the universe, and the first living being, Brahma, was born on a lotus flower grown out of the transcendental abdomen of Vishnu. Vishnu is therefore known as Padmanabha. Brahma is known as Atmabhu because he was begotten directly from the Father without any contact of Mother Lakshmiji. Lakshmiji was present near Narayana, engaged in the service of the Lord, and still without contact with Lakshmiji. Narayana begot Brahma. That is the omnipotency of the Lord. One who foolishly considers Narayana like other living beings should take a lesson from this. Narayana is not an ordinary living being. He is the personality of Godhead himself, and he has all the potencies of all the senses in all parts of his transcendental body. An ordinary living being begets a child by sexual intercourse, and he has no other means to beget a child other than the one designed for him. But Narayana, being omnipotent, is not bound to any condition of energy. He is complete and independent to do anything and everything by his various potencies very easily and perfectly. Brahma is therefore directly the son of the Father and was not put into the womb of a mother. Therefore, he is known as Atma-Bhu. This Brahma is in charge of further creation in the universe, secondarily reflected by the potency of the omnipotent. Within the halo of the universe, there is a transcendental planet known as Shwet Dvipa, which is the abode of Shirodakshay Vishnu, the Paramatma feature of the Supreme Lord. Whenever there is a trouble in the universe that cannot be solved by the administrative demigods, they approach Brahmaji for a solution. And if it is not to be solved even by Brahmaji, then Brahmaji consults and prays to the Shirodakshay Vishnu for an incarnation and solution to the problems. Such a problem arose when Kamsa and others were ruling over the earth, and the earth became too much overburdened by the misdeeds of the Asuras. Brahmaji, along with other demigods, prayed at the shore of the Shirodaka ocean, and they were advised by of a descent of Krishna as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. So some people say that the Lord appeared because of the prayers of Brahmaji.
Hariom Tat Sat. So this is yet another beautiful incarnation of the Lord. So very beautifully, Prabhupada in the purport is connecting all the points and giving us that how Brahma's prayer happened and who is Brahma and why did the Lord appear because Brahma prayed for. So Brahma is the original living who is born without a mother. Though Narayana had Lakshmiji, he didn't need any help from Lakshmiji. He is the supreme personality of God. His omnipotency is proved by this particular bit of action of begetting Brahma on his navel on the top of the lotus without any help from any mother or Lakshmiji. So, like that, Kunti Devi is describing different statements of different person. Why Krishna appeared? Somebody says that he appeared on the request of Devaki and Vasudeva. Somebody says he appeared on the request of Brahmaji. So, Bhuva Bhara. So, Bharavadharanayanye Bhuvo Nava Ivo Dadhau Bhuva Bhara. This world becomes overburdened. Overburdened, you can see Bhuva Bhara, Bhuva of the world, Nava, boat. Where is Bhara? Bhara Avatharanayanya, just to reduce the burden of the world. So they become overburdened. As soon as it becomes overburdened, there must be some war, pestilence, famine, epidemic, and finish. So this is natural. Overburden. Natural law is that. Natural law is that. In economic also there is some law. So why there would become overburdened? Not only Earth planet, there are many millions of other planets also. They are bearing big, big mountains, big, big oceans. So why it becomes overburdened? First of all, we need to consider how this planet is floating in the air. It is floating in the air. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling. So Krishna enters within this. He enters within the atom also. He is the spirit, supreme spirit. So because the supreme spirit is within, therefore it is floating. Not that weightlessness. Weight is there, very heavy weight. Just like you can test, this body will float in the water so long you are living. And as soon as the spirit soul goes, then immediately the body goes down. The law of gravity acts. The so-called law of gravity, this is an example. A child, so long it is living, you can take him in one hand. But as soon as the child is dead, it becomes heavier. That is very natural. So everything is lighter as soon as it is spiritually advanced, or there is a spirit. Then everything is lighter. And once the spiritual leaves, it becomes heavier. That is dead matter's nature. So there is no law of gravity or anything. This is the truth. Why this planet is floating in the air? It is because the Supreme Narayana, he is there, he enters. So because of his presence, it is floating in the air. Now this is very scientific. We need to understand the Tvartha, the creations and everything. The Prabhupada is telling in the purports. So Brahma is created after the creation. So creation was done first. And he's a direct son of Narayana. Narayana is nobody, but he came as Garbhodakasai Vishnu. As soon as he entered into the material universe, it becomes light. And without spiritual contact, matter cannot create anyway. So this is from the very beginning. Why it is floating? It is because the Lord has entered. He has also entered into the atom. He has entered into the universe, and he created the Brahma. And then, but he remains a transcendental. Vishnu is remaining transcendental. So therefore, he is called Padmanabha. And he doesn't need any mother's help like Lakshmiji, though she was there, but he doesn't need it. So we need to understand how Lord is supremely independent and Lord is supremely potent, and this every part of the transcendental body acts like any senses. It has all the potential, all the senses, every bit of his transcendental body. That is the beauty of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the process has been set forth in this material world that the demigods are in charge for certain responsibilities, duty in order for Krishna to administer the entire universe, to give living entity a chance to become Krishna conscious. So, in the execution of such administrative services, if the demigod is coming across some problems, troubles, some discrepancies that he cannot conquer, he cannot resolve, he goes to Brahma. This is a process. And when Brahma is attempting, and when Brahma also cannot find a solution, then Brahma comes to consult with the Kshirodasai Vishnu. Kshirodasai Vishnu and requesting him an incarnation. So in this way, due to the heavy burden of the earth, when they all come to Brahma, he has come to Kshirodasai Vishnu. But Kshirodasai Vishnu has given message to Brahma that Brahma, this time no incarnation. The souls of all incarnation, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God, directly is going to descend. So tell all your demigods, your servants, to go and take birth in Yadu dynasty. So the Supreme Personality God, originally Krishna, the source of all incarnation, is going to appear. In this way, he has got the message. That means his prayer was sanctioned very supremely, and the Supreme Personality of God has appeared himself to Devaki and Vasudeva. So this is the word. Eric, Shantha, you want to add anything? Or we'll go to the next verse, or question and answer we'll have.
We have never interacted with them. Today
Yeah.
Friday, no?
Yes.
We have to ask what is their realization. It's all one-sided.
Yeah. So ask.
Hare Krishna. We would like to hear your realization. Okay, one question we will ask you, people need to answer. What are we seeing? What are we there? Where are we? What did you see in Bhagavatam till now? Okay, as nobody has any comments on chat. Okay, so I will just give you an overview, or let us see the same verse. Om Ajnana-Timirandasya Jnananjana-Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Mugam Karodi Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapata Goswami Namane Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayane Gaura Kata Damadaya Ramatarine Namo Om Vishnu Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shri Vedanta Swami Nitinam Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachar Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Jaya Sri Krishna Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama. Others say that the world, being overburdened like a boat at sea, is much aggrieved, and that Brahma, who's your son, prayed for you, and so you have appeared to diminish the trouble. So,
Speak.
Hare Krishna. Others say that on the speakers. Hare Krishna. Because this is shared. Can you hear me? Hari Bol.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So here very, very sweetly it is mentioned, like I'll also give an overview of what we have seen till now. Others say that in the world being overburdened like a boat at sea is much aggrieved, and that Brahma, who's your son, prayed for you. Very, very wonderful. The relationship between Brahma, who's the son of Krishna, son of the Lord. So they now see who's speaking to who. Now Kunti is speaking to Krishna, who is sitting in the chariot. He was there with them throughout when the Kurukshetra war was there. After that, all the last rites has to be performed. The 5 sons of Draupadi were killed. Then this Ashwatthama was the reason. Then Arjuna was chasing the Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama ran for his life, and then he released Brahmastra. Then Arjuna is asking Krishna what to do. Then Krishna tells him, okay, you counteract. This is actually Brahmastra only. So he counteracted. After that, they caught the son of Drona, Ashwatthama, and brought him to Draupadi. Then they all decide that, okay, he should be killed but not killed. So they shave his head, and then they remove the jewel from the head and send away Ashwatthama. He goes in revenge. After that, Krishna is telling, okay, now I'll leave. So he is taking a leave for Dwaraka from Hastinapura. So he is sitting on the chariot. At that time, Uttara is coming running, saying that, my dear Lord, a great effulgence is coming, and it is to kill my womb, the fetus in my stomach. So then the Parikshit is about to be killed. Then the Lord enters into the heart, means he's already in the heart. He descends into the uterus, and he saves the baby, Parikshit. And then he comes out, and then again, it is not that he is missing outside, but actually from within inside only he is saved. He is smiling and sitting in the chariot. And Uttara is saved, the baby is saved, Brahmastra is finished. Then Kunti is seeing how every circumstance Lord is helping them in every circumstance, and with a great emotion and eyes full of tears, then she is offering this beautiful prayers to the beautiful Krishna who's sitting in the chariot. She is seeing the form. Nama Pankaja Nabhaya, Nama Pankaja Maline. He's wearing a lotus flower. We can understand how Krishna is looking at that time. His lotus feet are marked with the symptom of lotus and other holy symbols. In this way, then she is telling how you're unborn, but yet you're born, how you're born for Vasudeva and Devaki. In this way, one by one, beautiful prayer she is offering. And then now she is telling that how wonderful. She knows philosophy very, very clearly, not in a bogus sentiment. So she is telling why Krishna appeared. Each one say that, I'll go back to the earlier and show how each one is saying that why Krishna appeared. A series of verses. Same way, contradictory verses are also there, like you're soft but hard, like this. Very sweet her prayers are. Scientific, at the same time sweet. Others say that the world is overburdened like a boat. So others say means what? The previous verse, something else has been told. So go to the previous verse and see why Krishna is appearing. They're telling in the previous verse. Others say that means in the previous verse something has been told. So let us go to the previous verse again and see. Others say that is coming. So he's starting here. Some say that the unborn is born for the glorification of pious kings, and others say that he is born to please King Yadu, one of your dearest devotee. You appeared in this family as sandalwood appears in Malayalam. So some people, they are saying that the Lord is actually unborn. He is transcendental. He doesn't have birth, death, old age, and disease. So, but still he is manifesting in the material world. Why he is manifesting? Why is Lord coming here? Why Krishna is descending? Of course, there are many incarnations which are coming to perform many activities. Many, to help Brahma and other things. But here Krishna himself has come also. So why the unborn is born now? Even any incarnation, why? So glorification of pious kings. Piety actually means the original piety is Krishna consciousness. So if a king is Krishna consciousness, he has to be glorified. So what will happen? The Lord want to increase that glory and show the glory of that particular king, like Yudhishthira was a very amazing devotee. And Arjuna, Panchapandavas, Krishna want to show this. Same way, Krishna is born to please King Yadu. So Yadu is a very pure devotee. And in this family, he appeared because to glorify Lord Yadu, he born in Yadukula. Some people are speaking like that. Okay, what are the others saying? Why Krishna appeared? Another, is there any other thing they are saying? Yes. Others say that since both Vasudeva and Devaki prayed for you, another reason people are saying. Krishna appeared. Vasudeva and Devaki prayed for you. You have taken your birth as their son. Why they appeared? No, not for the Yadu and all. Actually, Vasudeva and Devaki, they were jailed by the Kamsa and everything, and they also prayed that may Lord be their son. Or Sutapa, sorry, Krishna and Sutapa. They prayed 3 times. So Krishna has to appear as their son. So appeared like this. So undoubtedly you are born, yet unborn, yet you take birth for their welfare and to kill those envious of the demigods. There are Ashuras like Kamsa. They are very envious of demigods. They want to capture everything. They want to rule. So, of course, not in a righteous way. One Ashura was very intelligent. He is glorified and worshipped. He is Bali Maharaj. So Bali Maharaj wanted to go through a formal method, but most of them, or Bali Maharaj was not envious. He just wanted to hold the position. So he made Ashwamedha Yajna, and Vamana came and finished it and all. Indrari Vyakulam Logham Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. So Indra is appointed personality. When an appointed law and order, when an appointed personality's law and order are disturbed, then Vishnu takes the responsibility of maintenance of the universe. So he comes to remove the disturbances which are impossible by Indra. He becomes incapable. Even though he is given a position to rule, he is actually incapable. He is not full strength, full all 6 opulence and all that. So Krishna has to interfere. You take your birth for their welfare and kill those who are envious of demigods. So one is to protect Vasudeva, Devaki. They prayed to be their son. Some people are telling. And another reason people are saying, devotees or people say that you kill the envious, like the Paritranaya Sadhunam, Vinasaya Chu Dushkratam. To kill the Dushkrata and Sadhu, to protect the sadhus. So that some people are saying like that. Okay. What are other people saying? Some other people are saying, others say that the world being overburdened like a boat at sea. So the world is overburdened by unnecessary population. So Brahma, he went to the ocean of milk and he prayed. My dear Lord, he prayed the Purusha Sukta, he sang. And in Krishna book, in the first chapter, first paragraph, we saw that how the Bhumi is going and crying, I am overburdened with unnecessary military strength, I am being tortured. And she's crying, then to Brahma. So Brahma is taking all that along with demigods, is going to the ocean of milk. And in the shore of the milk ocean, they are not able to see Vishnu. Nobody will be able to see Vishnu so easily. Then Brahma is chanting choicest prayers from Vedic scriptures like Purusha Sukta. Then the voice is coming, Brahma, don't worry, you go, I'll appear. And all of you, all demigods, all of you go and appear in Yadukula. So in glorifying the Yadukula, all the demigods were also born in the Yadukula. Then Krishna appeared in the Yadu dynasty. So each one have their own reasons, like they say one, of course, Krishna comes for many reasons, but there are primary reasons for which he comes. So she's analyzing one by one. Others say that the world, so Brahma prayed, your son. So he prayed. So you appear to diminish that trouble like this. So here in purport, Prabhupada is explaining how Brahma is the son of Krishna, son of Vishnu. So Brahma, or the first living being, born just after the creation. No mother. The direct son of Narayana. No mother, only mother, father, everything is Narayana for him. Only one son, beautiful one son. Narayana begot from the Nabi, from the Garbhodaka son. Narayana's expansion as Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. The Narayana expands as Mahavishnu. Then from Mahavishnu comes Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. And in Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, from his Nabi, from his navel, the lotus is sprouting. And then the Brahma is born as a son. So for Brahma, all the relative is nobody but Krishna, Mahavishnu. So without spiritual contact, matter cannot create. So first connection is the Nabha connection. From the navel of the Lord, Brahma is born. That is the connection between Guru and disciple, father and son, the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu and Brahma. Their relationship is very, very sweet. So then was born on a lotus flower out of transcendental abdomen of Vishnu. Vishnu is therefore known as Padmanabha. Why Vishnu is called Padmanabha? Because from his Nabi, a Padma is coming. But why Krishna is called Namapangajanabhaya? Because there is an engravement like a beautiful lotus in the temple. Same way, Pangajangriye, under the lotus feet of Krishna also, the lotus is carved as a lifeline. So Brahma is known as Atma Bhu because Atma Bhu means he was begotten directly from father without any contact of mother Lakshmi ji. Lakshmi is not the mother for him. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dana Pran, his property, his house, everything is Krishna. Lakshmi ji was present near Narayana, engaged in the service of the Lord. And still without the contact with the Lakshmi ji, Narayana begot Brahma. So we cannot put the Lord into our material understanding where the mother and father both are required to beget a child. But here we see the Lord, out of his own free will, sweet free will, he has just, Brahma is born out of only Narayana. That is the omnipotency of the Lord. One who foolishly considers Narayana like any other living being. To take a lesson from this. Narayana is not, how it is possible? A mother and father both are required in no logic and argument. Narayana is not an ordinary living being, he is the personality of God in himself. He has all potencies, all the senses, all parts of Angani yasya sagalendriya vrittimanti. Means what? All the angas of the body can perform the activity of all other angas, that is transcendental body. An ordinary living being, like for example, when you offer food, Krishna can accept not only with the hands, with eyes, with touch, with any senses he can eat that. An ordinary living being begets a child by sexual intercourse, and he has no other means to beget a child other than the one designed for him, conditioned. Means he doesn't have a choice. It's called conditioned. We are all conditioned souls. Souls conditioned with some law. They're designed for us. And we can play within that law only. Because we have taken the body, we are not liberated. Liberation means you have the freedom of choice. But when you're conditioned within the body, moreover, you're seriously considering yourself to the body, then you are conditioned. But Narayana, being omnipotent, is not bound by any condition of energy. Krishna is always liberated. He never gets into condition. He's not bewildered by the external energy to consider himself to be a material object, but because he doesn't touch matter. He's complete and independent to do anything, abhijñā swarat, to do anything and everything by his various potencies. Abhijñā means he knows everything. Purnam, complete means Purnam. In Ishopanishad, we will see Purnam, Krishna is mentioned as. And he creates laws. Creation is also complete, it's not incomplete. Any contamination, calamity created in this material world is by our activities, the conditioned soul's activities, not by the Lord. Lord created everything perfectly well. So his various potencies, internal potency, marginal potency, everything is very perfect there. Actually, to do independent, to do anything and everything by his various, he uses his potency to execute. So Brahma is therefore directly the son of the father, was not put into the womb of a mother. Therefore, he is known as Atma Bhu. Brahma is in charge of further creation of the universe, secondarily reflected by the potency of the omnipotent. Why it is called secondary? The primary creation is done by Krishna. Like first creation of earth, water, fire, air, ether, all the ingredients of three modes of material nature, everything is created by Krishna only. So Krishna is considered primary creator. We will see in second canto how primary and secondary creations are happening. Now all the bandar of ingredients are there. Now many universes are created, and many universes have many Brahmas. All the Brahmas are Krishna's sons, and all of them take these primary ingredients which are created in the primary creation by Mahavishnu and use that ingredients in order to create the objects in this material world. Already the bandar is there. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, ego, Rajaguna, Sattva-guna, Tama-guna, all these ingredients are already there. In the primary creation, Lord has created. And Brahma uses the elements like a person in the factory has a raw material in order to produce something in the factory. So raw material is already supplied. So he's a secondary creator. Brahma is called as a secondary creator. And who is the primary creator? Mahavishnu is the primary creator. So Krishna is in charge of creation, maintenance, and sustain. This even maintenance and destruction. So some people think that Brahma is the creator. In India, you say Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Equal level. Brahma is for creation. Vishnu is for maintenance. Shiva is for destruction. They will keep on repeating because Kupamanduga. Kupamanduga means frog in the well. A frog which is living in the well doesn't know the world and thinks well is the world. Same way, a person living within this universe see three in charges and he cannot see where from these three are created. Brahma is born out of the lotus of Vishnu. Mahavishnu. And the Vishnu, who is the maintainer, is the expansion of Vishnu. And then Shiva is born out of the anger of Brahma. So Brahma is begetting even Shiva. Shiva's father is also Brahma. And Brahma's father is Mahavishnu. In this way. So they cannot understand. And there is a Mahavishnu, there is Kshirodhara Sai Vishnu, there is Mahavishnu. And above all, then there is Chaturviga expansion. Then there are many Vaikuntha planets. Then there is Balram. Then there is Krishna. And Govindam Adi Purusham. Anadir Radi and Adi. Everything has Adi. Even Mahavishnu has an Adi. Garbhodara Sai Vishnu has an Adi. Paramatma has an Adi. Even expansions of Krishna has an Adi. Incarnations have an Adi. Even Varaha, Vamana, they all come from Krishna. Then Krishna is the Adi. Anadir Adi Govinda. He's the Adi for everything. But he is Anadi. He doesn't have a source. Adi means source. So who is the Sarva Karana Karanam? Who is the source of all things? Is Krishna. Anything you see, the source is Krishna. But what is the source of Krishna? People will ask. Okay, fathers. Okay, Brahma. And then Brahma's father is Garbhodara Sai Vishnu. His father is Mahavishnu. His father. Then starting Krishna. Who is Krishna's father? How it is possible? It cannot be like that. Your condition, you're a Kupamanduga. Your condition, your law doesn't apply for Krishna. Krishna is called by Brahma as Anadir Adi Govinda. Means you're the Adi. Govinda, you're the Adi. Anadir Adi Govinda. You're Adi Govinda. But Anadir, you are Anadi because you doesn't have a source. You are the beginning. That's it. Nobody created Krishna. Who created Krishna? Oh, you go like this. Nobody created. Great authorities are giving the evidences. So, planet known as, so here, transcendental, omnipotent, within the halo of the universe, there's a transcendental planet known as Petadveba. There, Kshirodhara Sai Vishnu is there, and Paramatma feature. He is expansion of Garbhodhara Sai Vishnu is Kshirodhara Sai Vishnu. Kshira means milk. So, milk ocean. And that milk ocean Vishnu is only Paramatma. He is expanding as Paramatma into every atom and everybody's heart in minute particles. Whenever there is trouble in the universe that cannot be solved by the administrative demigods, they approach Brahmaji for the solution. And that if it is not solved by Brahmaji, then Brahmaji consults and prays the Kshirodhara Sai Vishnu for an incarnation and solution to the problems. Such a problem, this is what in Krishna book you can see beautifully. The first chapter, first portion, first chapter. Such a problem arose when Kamsa and others were ruling over the earth. The earth became too much overburdened by the mystery of Asura. So if a boat is overburdened, the boat will sink. So the Bhuma Devi is telling that I will sink my Prabhu, this Asuras. Actually, she is not heavy burden due to population. People misunderstand. Bhumi will become overburdened by population. No, the entire population is Vaishnavas. She feels very lightweight, like Prabhu told. Prabhu told that the lightweightness is the presence of the soul. The dead matter is very heavy. The dead body becomes very heavy. Same way, if there is people who are not worshipping Krishna, she feels overburdened by unnecessary population. But if everybody is devotee, if the population is very heavy, she feels very light. Like if you see Bengal or West Bengal, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, or almost everybody is devotee of Krishna. Almost everybody accepts Lord Chaitanya. Then you won't feel the burden of crowd. The crowd won't be disturbing. But in Western countries, if a person in a crowd comes, not crowd, very small group is there, somebody is coming near, they want to move far away. They cannot withstand crowd. They cannot withstand sound. They want mayana silence. They want so much silence because they are overburdened, because they are all nirvishesa sunyavadi. Paschatya desha tarini. The Paschatya desha is full of atheists. They are not accepting the supremacy of the Supreme Lord. So even a small population seems overburdened and disturbance. But when there is a large population of devotees, then it's not at all overburdened. Bhuma Devi feels a very, very great pleasure in carrying them. So she told, because misdeeds of the Asuras, they kill cows, they do so many. So this Brahmaji, and they don't worship, they act against the devotees. Then actually she is feeling overburdened. So she complains, not because of the heavy weight of the population. We will reduce the population. When there are thousands and thousands of devotees, it is not considered heavy population. The earth will be still nourishing. But if there is a very small population, but everybody is atheist, it will be very feminine, difficulty, trouble, everything will come. It is not the number of people, but it is the consciousness of the people, which is either sinful or it is Krishna conscious. Pious, of course, pious and sinful are same. Both are heavy only. Among with prayed at the shore, but of course sin is more heavier. Prayed at the shore of the Kshirodaka ocean. This is what is Krishna book. And then they were advised of the descent of Krishna as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. So some people say that the Lord appeared because of the prayers of Brahmaji. So in this way, one by one, she is giving the reason why Krishna is appearing. People are saying, you appeared for this, you appeared for this. So the boat of the earth is overburdened. Then Brahma is praying, then Vasudeva and Devaki are begetting the child. In this way, one by one, she is analyzing the various reasons for the appearance of the Lord. So we will see that again more reasons for appearing. Yet others say that you have appeared for the sake of rejuvenating the devotional service of hearing, remembering, worshipping, and so on, in order that the conditioned soul suffering from material plans might take advantage and gain liberation. In this way, we can actually see. Okay. Sorry. So that's it. Thank you very much. So, Vrajeshwar Prabhu, would you like to add anything more? Can be any questions, comments, or realizations?
Any questions, comments, or realization?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji,
Yes, Prabhu.
33 में दिया है, वासुदेव और देवकी अपने पूर्व जन्म में सूतपा तथा कृष्णी के रूप में कठिन तपस्या की थी। इसके फल स्वरूप भगवान पुत्र रूप में प्रकट हुए। और 34 में दिया है, अन्य देवताओं समेत ब्रह्मा ने क्षीरोदक सागर के तट पर जाकर प्रार्थना की, तब कृष्ण जी पुत्र रूप में अवतार लिए। इसमें सही कौन है, ब्रह्मा जी वाला कि ये लोग सूतपा और कृष्ण के रूप में कठिन तपस्या की थी तब?
हाँ, बहुत अच्छा सवाल है। ये भगवान कृष्ण का जो भी कार्य करते हैं, अकर्म दैविक एक्टिविटी लीला जब करते हैं, वो केवल एक कारण से नहीं होता है। उनका हर एक हरकत कहीं कारणों को समाप्त करता है। इसलिए ब्रह्मा का रिक्वेस्ट का कारण भी सही है और कृष्ण सुतपा कारण भी सही है, और जो कृष्ण भगवान ने भगवत गीता में बताया यदा यदा ही धर्मस्य, वो कारण भी है। और कई कारण हैं। और एक कारण है जो ब्रह्मा जी को कृष्ण जी ने प्रॉमिस किया था शुरू में कि हर रोज मैं आपसे मिलने के लिए आया करूंगा, तो वो प्रॉमिस भी है। ऐसा अनेक कारण होते हैं, अनेक कारण जो है उनका एक ही विजिट में पूरा हो जाता है। इसलिए 100% हर एक रीजन सही है। एक विजिट में सारे भक्तों का सारे रिक्वेस्टों को पूर्ति करके जाते हैं। ठीक है?
धन्यवाद प्रभु, ठीक है।
Okay, thank you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much for the association. So let's assemble again. What is tomorrow and after tomorrow? There will not be Bhagavatam session. Rather tomorrow 8 o'clock morning, maybe Guru Maharaj will be giving Bhagavatam. After that, 7 o'clock, there is no any discourse of Bhagavatam or anything. Tomorrow, Saturday, Guru Maharaj may give class, Bhagavatam class at 8 o'clock, so you can attend that. And we will, yesterday night, Guru Maharaj has given Lord Chaitanya class in Mayapur, so please don't fail to attend that. And Monday, we will meet again with chanting the holy name of the Lord, and then followed by Srimad Bhagavatam class. Thank you very much. Gamtra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
जय
Prabhupada ki jai.
जय
Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai.
जय
Bhagavad Satsang ki jai.
जय
Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva patithanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Nitai